This week we're going to highlight weather trends in Argentina where soybeans are setting and filling pods. We're also going to take a look at trends in Brazil where in the north they're harvesting beans, but in the far southern state of Rio Grande do Sul those beans are filling pods. We're also going to wrap things up today looking at long-term trends in November soybean futures. Hi, this is Brian Basting with Advanced Trading. Let's talk about the soybean market. We've moved into the middle of March here, and our focus this week is going to be on South America. We're going to start out this week looking at weather trends in Argentina. Now in Argentina, they have not yet started harvesting beans. Most of those beans are filling pods. Now the beans that were double cropped after wheat harvest may be setting pods, but regardless, roughly the equivalent would be here in August in the U.S., looking ahead to harvest beginning here in April and extending into May. Let's take a look at where those beans are produced in Argentina. Now, 4 key provinces here in Argentina: Buenos Aires, Cordoba, Santa Fe, and Santiago del Estero. Over 80% of those beans are produced in those 4 provinces. Let's take a look at the short-term weather trends in Argentina. Our slides this week are courtesy of T-Storm Weather. Starting out here looking at the last 30 days to give you an idea of moisture throughout that pod set and pod fill process. You can see across those provinces a lot of yellow, light yellow, green, very good moisture conditions for the beans. Quite a contrast to last year when drought was ravaging the crop. Let's now look at the next 5 to 10 days. More rain on the way, moderate to heavy rain. So very good. Again, think mid to late August in the Midwest, how important those rains would be to the beans in August. Let's now look at the total precip over the next 14 days. You can see quite a bit of light green or yellow, very little, if any, dry conditions over the next 14 days. Very good for finishing those beans. Let's now shift our attention to Brazil. Now in Brazil, they're harvesting beans in the north, as you'll see in a second. But in the far southern state of Rio Grande do Sul, beans are setting pods. They're not even close to harvest. That's how wide the divergence is in terms of the growing conditions. Let's take a look at where those beans are produced in Brazil. Again, looking at the largest producing state here, Mato Grosso in the north. We've highlighted, as I mentioned a moment ago, Rio Grande do Sul in the far south there in the light blue, and you'll see why in a second. Let's now take a look at the harvest progress and crop development progress. In Mato Grosso, the harvest progress is approaching 90%. But notice in that far southern state of Rio Grande do Sul, it's 0%. In fact, most of that filling pods, 20% of the crop nationwide filling pods, is being seen in those southern states, highlighted by Rio Grande do Sul. Let's take a look at the short-term weather trends for Brazil. Now, an interesting divergence here is occurring in Brazil. In that far northern area, a bit of dryness, but most of all, it looks like it's going to be normal conditions for the completion of harvest in Mato Grosso. Now, as we work our way north to south, it gets drier in Mato Grosso do Sul, Paraná. Some of that harvest will be increasing here in late March, early April. But in that far southern state, Rio Grande do Sul, wet, which is good for those beans that are filling pods there. Now, the crop's going to be smaller than a year ago in Brazil, but perhaps not as small as some of the trade believe. We'll see how things shake out the next month or two. Let's wrap things up this week looking at trends in November soybean futures. November beans, as we tape here on Tuesday, trading near $11.80 a bushel. Notice how the market has moved out of that crop insurance pricing period in February. That makes it extremely important to continue to work closely with your trusted risk management advisor to get your risk management positions in place and manage price movement. Now, if you'd like more information, please feel free to contact us at 800-664-2321. We'll put you in contact with one of our risk management consultants who'll be happy to visit with you at your convenience. And remember, we upload every Wednesday. Make sure to subscribe to our channel to never miss an upload. Thanks a lot. Have a good week.